Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm sitting in here doing schoolwork with the girls right now. It's already afternoon. We got a little bit late of a start, so we're just in here doing schoolwork, and it's already 2:30. But I don't think they like too much. I'm almost done with all my helping with them. They can do the rest of it by themselves. I've just been up cleaning and doing things, and I'm gonna carry y'all along with me for the day. Alright, Paisley is working on her language arts, and then Sage is over here doing her math, and I think Charlotte's doing her English too. I'm not for sure. But that's what we're doing right now, and there's my little tier tray that I've decorated for fall time. Okay, y'all, I just came out here to the shop, and we're having meatloaf tonight for supper. So I had to come out here and get some ground deer that we put away ourselves every year, and then there's the corn that we've gotten put away so far. So I gotta get this and get it thawed out since it's already 2 something. I try to start supper about 3:30 so it can be done by the time my husband gets home from work. Sage and I just decided to come out here to do the rest of her schoolwork. I'm waiting on her, and yes, my poor little porch little rockers here, they need a fresh coat of paint really bad, but I don't have time to do that right at the moment. But I just put her science book there waiting on her. And when I came out here, I noticed that my rose bushes are still blooming. And my burning bush over here, I don't know if you can see it very well, the leaves are starting to turn red on it. That's why they call it a burning bush, because when it finally does turn all the way red, it looks like it's on fire. Alright y'all, I'm about to get to peeling all these potatoes down here for mashed potatoes for our supper tonight. I'm just going to put y'all in time lapse because it takes me a while to get these potatoes peeled, and I have to have a lot of them because I'm feeding all of us tonight. And I will see y'all back in just a little bit when I mix up the meatloaf. And I am getting started a little bit later. I usually try to start around 3:30, 3:45, and it's already like 3:51. My husband should be home around 5:15. Just depends on if he gets out of work early or not. Alright, let's get to peeling these potatoes. I'm having to voice over this because I was on the phone with my husband, had him on speakerphone, but I'm about to mix my meatloaf up, and I just took the 2 packages of the ground deer that I had thawed out earlier, And I put those in my big mixing bowl, and then we mix in some Worcestershire sauce. And I was having issues opening that thing. I just put it in there. I don't really have any exact measurements. And then a little bit of mustard, and then ketchup, and then I also put in some oats. That just helps kind of bind it together, along with and I'll go ahead and put my salt in there, and then some pepper to taste too. I just kind of do it to our taste, and then 2 eggs to help with the binding of the meat together. And I just squish all that up with my hands here in just a minute. And I also forgot to put my onion in there, and I did put a little bit of Tony Chachere's. We love Tony Chachere's, the Creole seasoning, in our stuff. It just gives it better flavor to us, and I put that in to taste too. But I also forgot my onion, and you'll see me here in just a minute go and get the chopped onion. I had to go back and chop that. I put a little bit more of the Worcestershire sauce just to, I don't know, it just didn't feel right, so I had to add more. And there's my onion. I put it in there, and I already have over to the side a greased, or I just used the cooking spray 9x13 glass pan. And after I get all this mixed in with my hands, you get to get your hands all nice and nasty. But I just put that in there and kind of evenly spread it out and mash it down. You know what to do if you've cooked before. And my oven is preheated to 400 degrees. And I cover it with aluminum foil for probably a good 30 to 45 minutes. I cook it on 400 degrees. It may be less. I really didn't. I look at it and see what it looks like, and then I'll know. And then here I'm mixing up my green beans. I have 2 cans of the French style green beans and 2 cans of just the regular cut green beans. And my kids absolutely love my green beans too. And I think I put in some salt, and right here I'm putting in my butter. I use a lot of butter, of real butter. It just makes everything taste better. Butter makes everything better. And then those real bacon pieces, I just kind of sprinkle it over the green beans. And then I use, I'm going to salt and pepper it here in just a minute. And then I'm going to pour in the beef broth. And I just salt and pepper to taste, to our liking. We kind of like things all the same, so I don't have to do anything different for everybody else. But I pour that whole thing of beef broth in there, and I cook it on high until it starts boiling, and then I turn it down around medium. Okay, y'all, I just got the meatloaf out of the oven. I've got to do the topping for it, and I just make a combination. I don't even measure it. I just look at it and see if it looks right, of just like ketchup, lots of ketchup. And I do just a little bit of mustard. It just kind of gives it more of that tangy flavor. That's about all I put in there. Some brown sugar. I don't do a whole lot of that because I don't want it too sweet, because the ketchup is already sweet. And barbecue sauce. I put some barbecue sauce in there too. And y'all, everything is pretty much done. And as soon as my husband got home, him and the girls had to run and get some horse hay. I put quite a bit of barbecue sauce because we like it more of a barbecue-y flavor. I'm just going to mix this up with a fork, because the fork helps get those little chunks of brown sugar out of it. But anyway, he just left just a few minutes ago with the girls to go get some horse hay. They were almost completely out of it. Our goats have been getting out, and they've been getting on the horse hay. Even though we do put a tarp on it, they take the tarp off, and they like to eat that hay, and they also like to poop and pee on the hay, which is not good for the horses. So we're gonna have to find another solution on where we're gonna put the hay at. But anyway, they were completely out of it. They had enough to feed this morning, but they didn't have enough to feed this afternoon. We only have 2 horses in the barn. One, because he's an older horse. He's 24 years old. My daughter still barrel races on him. He still does an awesome job. So we're just gonna keep him legged up and keep him going, doing his thing. And then the other is my daughter's rope horse. And we don't need him to get hurt. because she is just learning how to rope. It's my other daughter, Paisley, my middle daughter. It's her horse. Charlotte already has a rope horse. But Paisley's learning how to rope, and we don't need Macho to get hurt. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here on top of my meatloaf and stick it back in the oven and kind of let it get that little, I don't know, gummy texture, I guess you could say. And then I'm gonna mash the potatoes, and I will probably put y'all on fast mode on that so it doesn't take so long. And I've already made a mess in this kitchen. I've been trying to clean up as I go. That seems to help me more. I don't do a very good job of it most of the time, but I'm trying. As long as I'm trying. Alright, I'm just going to spread this evenly, hopefully. And my meatloaf did shrink. Those were like anywhere from 1.5 to 2 pound packages. We try to put enough meat in those packages to do us for a whole meal. I do have to cook like in big portions because we are a big family. I mean, there are 6 of us here. And then I always cook extra for my husband to carry to work the next day. My son doesn't have to carry anything to work anymore because his job that he has, well, he could carry sandwiches and stuff, but he doesn't have a microwave to heat things back up. Alright, I'm going to stick this back in the oven for probably just a few more minutes. And let me see if it's probably cooled off enough. I'm going to have the pot holders. Anyway, we'll stick this back in the oven long enough for it to do its little thing on top of it. Probably anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. And then while that's doing that, I'm going to mash the potatoes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my secret ingredients to my cream potatoes. My son says nobody makes cream potatoes like I do. He will not eat anybody else's except for mine. My secrets are a whole stick of real butter. And then I'm going to pour the potatoes in on top of that. I got to get them. They've been over here draining. They are hot. Stick that in the dishwater. Salt. I just kind of salt to our taste. You can salt to your taste. Alright, y'all. A lot of people use either sour cream or cream cheese in their potatoes. I use mayo. I've seen some people use it. That's probably my biggest ingredient that makes it taste creamy. And I just put quite a bit of mayonnaise in it. Now it looks like I'm gonna have to go get some more mayonnaise. My kids love mayonnaise. My husband, he hates it, but the rest of us, we like mayonnaise. And then just some whole milk is all I put in it. And I may end up having to add a little bit more milk or not. I don't really know yet. Alright, I'm going to cream these up and then supper will be just about ready. Okay guys, supper is ready. We have the meatloaf over here, and yes, my kitchen is a mess now, but I'm gonna clean it up after supper time. We have the meatloaf, our cream potatoes, and I had some leftover mac and cheese from the other night, so I just reheated those back up. Whoever wants those can have them. Some people don't like them, some people do, so they're there if you want them. And then there's our green beans, and then I also had some leftover cornbread, and whoever wants it can heat them a piece of that up. And we're gonna call it supper time. Alright, I'm gonna go make myself a plate and eat. I'm starving to death. Here is my plate. I just got a little bit of mac and cheese, a little thing of the meatloaf, some cream potatoes, green beans, and then a slice of the cornbread, and I heated it up and put some butter in the middle of it. I'm gonna go make myself miserable. Alright y'all, that's going to be it for my video today. I got my kitchen cleaned up, ready for bed, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.